Hey, what's good, y'all? This is take two. The first one I did, and then some things were going wrong, so I had to delete that or take it off. But here's the real one, okay? So, look about this. Like I said, this won't be very long. Tournament format, super match format, okay? So, here's the thing, right? So, I personally prepare for a tournament a lot different do a super match. Because with a tournament, all you got to do is have that one good move, is boom, 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 and you keep going, you advance, and there you go. Whereas a super match, you throw your fastball out there, and next thing you know, they stop it. Now what? And if it's a best of three, you better come up with something good. You know, you can probably afford to get away with it in the best of five round one. And we all know if it's a 6 round format, okay, I can lose one, no big deal. Okay, because you're pulling six regardless. Now, where are we at now? Okay, it seems to be that nowadays, in the last X amount of years, that the tournaments were here, and now the super matches are kind of like this. Now they're overflowing. Okay, they're coming to be the mainstay right now. It's the future. Call it what you want. And I think how you prepare for it is a little bit different. Paul Stevens, what's up, my man? 4 weeks, my man. 4 weeks. We're gonna have a dip on the table, and everybody else, right? And you know what? Since we're talking about super matches versus tournament, here's something. How about a round robin, which I think is probably somewhere sandwiched in between? Okay, now take Paul Stevens and myself and the other six guys. They're gonna sit there and throw down in about 4 weeks. Okay, up at the Washington State Championships. Now, when you prepare for an 8-man round robin, not only do you prepare conditionally, you got to prepare mentally because you have to sit there and say to yourself, okay, whoever has the best record wins. Okay. You know, in this 8-man round robin, you got to pull 7 matches no matter what. No matter what. A lot of strategy comes into place because you got to figure out, okay, like for example, Paul Stevens just happens to be my first round opponent. Now, do I pull the same way against Paul as I do against match number 6 or 7? It might be different. And, with the guys involved in this round robin, there is no clear cut favorite. I mean, some people may think one or two may be better than the rest, which is fine. But the thing about a round robin is that you never know what's going to happen. Me and Paul can get into a grinder. Round one. And whoever has us next are like licking their chops. But you also got to realize this. If Paul and I get into a grinder, then he might not have a match for 5 minutes. I might not have a match for 5 minutes, right? It's all the luck of the draw at that point, So, 8-man round robin, do I lay down here, lay down there? Okay, then I'll come back. It all depends on how you look at things, right? The ruler of the nation was an interesting one because and we'll go with the weirdo camera guy, the one I was a part of. It was whoever had 12 or 13 wins first, won the whole thing. So you go round and round. It's a lot of arm wrestling, I like that because it teaches you that I want to see what this guy has, For some people who think I'm just a one-hit wonder, meaning that, oh, he has a fast hit and that's it. He has no strength behind that hit. That's fine. Or they want to lock me up into a grinder because they think I have no stamina. That's fine too. I'm okay with that because, we all know I'm a little bit different come game day. But anyway, getting back to the topic at hand, super matches, right? Best of 3, best of 5, 6 rounds. Okay. You can dissect your opponent. You can sit there and look at all the footage I saw on social media, YouTube, Instagram, whatever page they got, Facebook, and you can sit there and dissect them to a T. Where's their foot placement? Where's their elbow placement? Can you see if they're applying up pressure, side pressure, down pressure? Where's the elbow on the pad? Is their foot on the table, on the ground, tiptoe, wherever? You break everything down. Is your opponent going to be one of those ones that will sit there and stare at the referee's lips before they go? Mr. White Wolf, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the show. He says in a tournament where you're unfamiliar with all the other pullers, do you feel that a strong, fast hit is the best getting through unscathed to the later matches? I'm only going to speak for myself. I think yes, because let's just say you're in an event that has like 8, 9 people, okay? God forbid, and the talent level is like just like that much away from the other. If I get into a grinder, that's going to burn me out the rest of the tournament. You know, I personally like to sit there, and it depends on, if I have 4 people in my class, I can probably get away with probably get into a grinder and still be okay. But with the array of talent and the amount of pullers in here, I can't sit there and just every match be a grinder. I can't do that. I can train for it just on off chance I get there. But I just like to sit there, get in line and go. Ready, go, ready, go. I've been there before. So yes, White Wolf, I think in my opinion, I don't want to be one of those guys that'll sit there, catch somebody in their move and sit there and stare at the camera, flexing, making faces in the crowd. I don't have time for that. That was never me. So I'm trying to get this. I got a job to do. I'm trying to get it done and over with. I clock in, click, I clock out. That's it. So that's me. I don't get paid by the hour. I fucking get, take care of business on the table. Now, round robin. What experience do I have? I'll tell you. I was in a 16 or 17 man round robin. True story. Back in 2012, and took place at Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill, which I think is no longer there now, in Redding, California. Jonathan Vasquez was in that class. Well, he was there, but he was, it was so long. The right hand round robin was so long. It was supposed to be a round robin left and right. But the right hand took so long that the left hand got morphed into just a double elimination tournament. And I'm telling you right now, the array of talent that day, Nano Cruz, Brandon Dye, Luke Kent, Kenny Hughes was there, but he did the left. John Welty. I mean, it's just the list goes on and on. Randy Weaver. That array of talent that night in that bar was just unbelievable. I participated in that. I also did a left-hand tournament. I went to bed that night. Ibuprofen and all. It was sore. I expected that. But when I woke up the next day, I couldn't move. I mean, my whole back, lats, core, arms, shoulder was just toasted. Okay. Because you got to think, with that many people there, I really had to, I was just sore all over. But I'm looking for, but I had a good time though. I would never take it back. I would love to do that. See, here's White Wolf said, definitely tend to agree with that, and I'm telling you right now. So I don't worry about this round robin coming up. I mean, it's a lot of pulling. Yeah, I understand that. And I'm okay with that. Not a big deal. I'm looking forward to it. So let's look at it this way. That same day in that round robin, I have a super match with one Jeff Frank out of Canada. Big dude. Probably, he says it's going to be down to 250 by the time that comes around. We'll see. But it's hard to have a match with somebody when you don't have a lot of footage on them. Okay. Jeff Frank is that guy. I found a couple clips, but not a lot. So for me, with the football background, it's almost like I'm a defensive coordinator and I'm breaking down film on the offense. I like to break down footage of my opponent. Hell, everyone does that, right? So you get all the footage you can, like what I did with Roger Learn, all the footage that I can muster, watch that stuff forwards and backwards till I can puke, whatever. Till it was burned in my memory when I went to bed what he does, right? So with Jeff Frank, I can't say the same. Now, I don't know what to expect. He's a very, very nice guy. Love the guy to death. I'm not sure what to expect from him. I really don't. All I can do at this point is focus on me. Tournament, I just want to sit there and hit somebody hard and go to the next person. I can care less because I don't have time to sit there and, line up and make mean faces at my opponent. I don't just who am I pulling, and then I'll get there. More often times than not, when I grip up with somebody, I have a good idea where they're going, just off the grip alone. but always know in the back of my mind that they could also be playing possum. So it's one of those deals, Um, is it more beneficial? I think, you can have one good move, okay? One good move, that'll get you through the tournament. But a super match, some way, somehow, your opponent will catch on what you're doing. And when you shut that down, what else do you have? Okay. White Wolf says, which part of Canada is he from? Hit up Uncle John. He might have some insight. He was living in Alberta because he was training with Matt Mask, and now he moved over to BC, British Columbia. So I'm not sure who he's training with there, but he was training with Matt Mask for a while. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's just that's how I feel with that. And I'll use Roger as an example for this super match, okay? Roger learned, okay? First match, he won. Got me into a hook. Okay, I told myself, I know where I don't need to go, right? And when you win a super match, usually the next round, why would you change up? He has to beat me. So I'm gonna just keep doing what I do until he stops it. So Roger, of course, but nothing against Roger, but he's a strong hook guy. When he gets in there, he could do some damage. Problem was that's about the only thing he had. If you look at Roger Learn, you look at me, that guy looks like he is just muscled up. Okay. And he is, I'm not gonna beat his arm. Let's be real. Okay. Yes, he took me to the pad twice in a hook. The first one I wasn't ready for. The second one I tried, it didn't work. I wasn't really committed, but I was trying something different. It didn't work. There was no way I was going to go arm to arm with that guy. So my 3 wins came off beating him with the hand and the head. Okay. Controlling the hand, control the match. That's my theory. There you go. All right. And some people don't like that theory. Some people think, okay, fine, you can pin my hand, but can you pin my arm? Some people think that way. That's fine too. But that's how I roll. Control the hand, control the match. I get all that. I know when if I go up against somebody, they know that the structure looks bigger than me. Okay. Now my game plan went the other way. Or I grip up. I have a good idea where I want to go. So if someone has a bigger arm than me, I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. I got other avenues to go for. So as far as super match goes, you have options. You have other avenues to go for. Whereas a tournament, it's like, okay, you only get 2 shots. And what I mean by 2 shots, that unless you win the whole thing, you get 2 losses and you're done. So I guess your margin of error is real small as opposed to your super match where you got multiple rounds. Okay, unless it's best out of 3, then that might change everything too. So your game plan changes depending on the format. So is my game plan for best of 3 going to be the same as a best of 5? Probably not. Is my best of 5 going to be the same as a 6-rounder? Probably not. Is my, best of 5 or best of 3 going to be the same format or the same option to go by if I'm in an 8-man round robin? Probably not. So again, and even the 8-man round robin, all the people involved in that are going to be watching you. So they're going to pick up on some cues. They're going to pick up on the back load. They're going to pick up on, is he on his tiptoes? What's he going to do here? What's he going to do there? They're going to pick up all that stuff right there, and you got to know that. Well, on the flip side, you're picking up cues from them too, So it's going to be exciting. I can't wait for that. But if somebody were to ask me, what do I like better? I like them both, but I just have to train differently for either, okay? Tournament, right? A lot of it depends on who's there because we all know as tournaments, a lot depends on where you are in the bracket. I can't tell you how many times you got into a tournament, you got your name in the hat. It depends on where you are. You drew a number. Oh, I'm number so-and-so, whatever. You kind of walking around, you kind of looking around, scouring the place to see who's in your weight class. And you kind of go, okay, he's in my weight class. Then you kind of sashay over there to the bracketeer board or bracketeer table. You kind of go, just want to see who's in my class, who I got first. Everyone does it. Unless you got that Corey Miller system where it's up on the big screen and stuff. Then you can see from there. You can do that too. But that right there, that's exciting for me because I get to see a lot what goes on. And then you can kind of have an idea. Well, fuck, I got all the studs in my bracket where somebody on the bottom bracket is like, oh, they can cruise right to the finals. So a lot depends on the bracket. A lot depends on if I'm in a bracket where there's a bunch of studs, but yet I just happen to get by my opponent, and there's a stud no matter who wins or loses, but they get into a major war, and they burn. I'm like, yeah, burn each other out, please do, because guess what? I see it. I'm salivating at the mouth, going, yes, do that, please get into a war. Because I'm coming. I'm chomping at the bit, waiting for my turn. He's over here icing down. He's getting a rub down, from his teammate or his girlfriend and stuff. I'm like, keep doing that. Because when I come up there, I'm taking it all. So, yeah, and vice versa. That can happen to you too. Or you go to a tournament, you're thinking, I'm going to cruise through this to the finals. And then all of a sudden you get knocked off your block by somebody you're not familiar with. And you're like going, well, hell, now I'm on the B side early in the tournament than I had planned on to, right? So there's all kind of variables, anything can happen in the tournament, Hell, I've been in a tournament where, I'm thinking, oh, I can't wait to pull this guy. And all of a sudden they don't show up because, hey, you got 30 seconds to get to the table. 30 seconds. And all of a sudden they're out having a smoke break or went to a bathroom break and they didn't get back in time. Now you took a loss, which is basically a bye for me. Boom, there you go. And speaking of buys, there's another situation, you can have a bye. Anytime there's an odd number, there's going to be a bye. Any odd number. Any even number, you're going to end up, facing somebody. Unless it's like 10. Because if you have 10 guys in one class, then one guy in the top bracket will get the bye, and the one guy in the bottom bracket will also get the bye. Now you got the 8 going on down, and then you go from there. So that is true too. So yeah, I meant, hell, a bye. So there's so many variables in tournaments that can go in your favor, that cannot go in your favor. At least with a super batch, you kind of know point blank what you're in for. You know it. If you can't prepare for it, then that's your fault. In a tournament, you have to be prepared for anything, Not to be weird, but it's just the truth. You got to be prepared for anything. Because anything, if the planets do this and fall in line, there you go, So keep that in mind. But I'm not going to keep up too long because I know Michael Todd's going live and he has John Brzenk because he's going to be doing that big practice. I know you got the two big matches coming up. You got tomorrow, right? Aiello, Spotto, right? Tony Thomas and Cody Merritt. Yeah, Las Vegas plus the tournament. So it's gonna be pretty awesome. So you guys check that out and stuff. All right, y'all. It's Friday night. I'm getting ready to go out to dinner. I will see y'all for chiming in. It's just a quick episode. I'm gonna work on getting some more guests, and then we're really gonna light this bad boy on fire. So until then, see ya when I see ya. Y'all take care now.